I'm Jeff Morgan. I'm here with Dad Talk today, joined by Melissa Isaac, and we have a very special guest today, Abby Johnson. Abby, you are a hero to many people. We know that.
Thank you.
But and you're also from the Texas area right now?
I am, yeah. We live in Austin, Mission Field, Austin.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah.
But what really caught so many people's attention was especially the movie Unplanned.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about that, because I want to also talk about the issue of how fatherless homes or the broken family leads to risky behavior, leads to increased abortion.
Yeah.
Everybody in the pro-life movement should be for intact families.
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem. Unplanned was a story about my life, a story about my entrance into Planned Parenthood, and then my exit out of Planned Parenthood, how I got involved, and then how I left. I worked at Planned Parenthood. I ran a Planned Parenthood for 8 years. Sold abortion, coerced women into abortions for 8 years. Did it because I believed I was helping, women. That's the line, right? Yes. Is that abortion is going to help women. The line is that abortion is going to decrease crime, decrease poverty, decrease all of these, societal ails that we have, but that is a lie.
Yes.
What we see today is that we've got millions of women now who are living with profound regret from their abortion, and what we don't talk about enough is that we've got millions of men who are living with profound regret because they are they took women to get abortions, they paid for women to get abortions, or they themselves manipulated or coerced women to get abortions, and now they are dealing with the consequences of lost fatherhood.
How about the whole idea, too, that sometimes men are telling their women, please don't get an abortion?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Men have no say when it comes to their rights as fathers. And part of this is, secular feminism has ruined our society. And it has ruined fatherhood. It has emasculated men. It has taken away their voices. And, I can't, talking about what you were saying before about intact families, I mean, we had so many young women who came into our clinics. They came from broken homes, and it's symptoms, right? It's a symptom of our broken society. So you have, women who come from broken homes. They are going to engage in riskier behavior. Women who engage in risky behavior are going to have a higher chance of having an unplanned pregnancy. Women who have an unplanned pregnancy are going to have a higher chance of having an abortion.
Right.
It just goes down a line. Right? This leads to this. This leads to this. This leads to this.
Right.
And the pro-life movement, you're absolutely right, should be encouraging marriage, should be encouraging intact families, should be trying to fight against no-fault divorce. Right?
Absolutely.
These are things that we should be talking about in the pro-life movement, but we don't want to turn around. We don't want to look in the mirror and confront our own sin, right? Our own sin that's in the pro-life movement. So we don't want to talk about divorce. We don't want to talk about what's in our own home. We don't want to talk about what's going on. So we sweep it under the rug and we keep focusing on abortion, but abortion is just a symptom of the brokenness that's in our society.
And you're right, and it's easier for our lawmakers or society to talk about the symptoms, to treat the symptoms, because you're right, if we go to the root of the problem, then it is a cultural shift.
Absolutely.
And you're absolutely right. I think as women, we know that feminism is constantly shoved down our throats from a very young age, to where a stay-at-home mom, you don't have a job, you don't really contribute to society, you're probably going to be left without means to support yourself, be an empowered woman, have a professional, be a walk-away woman, you deserve better, girl, leave your husband. So this is what's shoved down our throats all the time.
You're absolutely right. And then stay-at-home moms are treated as if they are less than if they choose to stay at home. And so, it's like, girl, you must choose a career. You must choose to go to college. You must choose these things. And if you don't, then you're a second-class citizen, exactly what you said. I have stay-at-home moms contact me all the time, and they say, Abby, I want to do more. Because they feel like they're not doing enough. And I say, listen, lady, you are doing the most pro-life thing that you can do, is raising little pro-life warriors in your home, right?
Amen.
That's the best thing that you can be doing for the pro-life movement right now. I mean, yeah, you can do more. You can go pray out in front of the clinic, but don't ever feel like, don't let anybody tell you that you're not doing enough or that you are less than because you are staying at home and raising your children. That's exactly what you need to be doing.
Yep. And then there's these women who stay at home, they raise their kids, they're very supportive of their husbands, they support his career, they do things, make dinner, they do things that we as women love to do anyway, and then society looks at them and say, oh, you're a kept woman,
right?
You must be controlled at home,
right?
So and the thing is if we're going to make the families great again, okay, we have to make the family great again before we can fix America,
right? Yeah.
So, but we have to stop drinking the Kool-Aid and falling for the feminist lie.
Yeah, you're right. And men have been so silenced, and
oh my goodness.
And really, it's time for sort of the rise of men to come back into this conversation. I mean, we need like a year of the man, right? I mean, we really need sort of the voice of the man to come back into this conversation. And, the feminist narrative has been, no uterus, no opinion, except unless you are a pro-choice man, right?
Yeah.
If you're a pro-choice man, then you're allowed to have an opinion on abortion.
Yeah.
Now, ironically enough, Roe v. Wade was decided by all men.
Yes, it was.
Right?
Yeah.
So I guess those men, it was fine. They were fine, for them to have an opinion on abortion. Roe v. Wade still stands, even though that was decided by all men.
But it's very hypocritical too, because it's my body, my choice, but your responsibility financially. You're going to pay child support.
Exactly.
It's very hypocritical.
Exactly, it is. So we need men's voices in the pro-life movement. We need men to, regardless, we need men to be standing up. Don't let women silence you.
Right.
Don't let women say you don't have a voice, you don't have an opinion. We need men to stand strong on this issue.
What I heard you saying, though, Abby, when you're talking about selling abortions and it's the best interest of the mother and stuff like that, Melissa knows a little bit about this best interest doctrine, but it sounded to me like you could have been a family court attorney, or you could have been a judge, or you could have been a legislator. Melissa, you might want to comment about that, this whole idea that somehow by destroying a life or a family, it's in the best interest of that person.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so I'm a family law attorney, and in the courtroom, of course, they decide custody based upon the best interest of the child, other than there's no evidence even really presented about what's in the best interest of the child. It's like, well, so you're the mother, you generally do the bathing, right? You fix the dinner, you generally transport to doctor's appointments. Well, clearly, Judge, it's in the best interest of the child to stay in mom's care. Well, okay, dad works, dad's fully capable, but it is so backwards, the way it is so subjective, the way it's decided, and because really the feminist narrative is permeated into the family court system. When these guys go in there and they say, look, I want to be a dad, I want to take care of my child 50% of the time, the feminist lobby is it's such a tight hold really on the judiciary that these guys are going in there, they're dropping tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands in some cases, and they still get everything.
And it's all based on a lie. It's based on a lie that's sold to the people.
That's right.
But Abby, thank you so much.
Of course.
I cannot believe that you came down and spoke with us here.
Oh, of course.
She's in Texas, and I mean, I've met her at a couple of rallies here. But if anybody wants to know more about the pro-life movement, and especially, the things that you stand for, how do they follow you? How do they?
Yeah, they just go to abbyj.com. All of my social media is there on my website. They can follow me. I'm everywhere. Instagram. I haven't been kicked off of anything yet.
Not yet.
So they can follow me anywhere.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will be right back.